I am so excited to be here, you guys. You know, I had many summers when I was a kid until I was 15 that I stayed in the Bronx with my uncle, two uncles. My uncle was a concert, one of them was a concert promoter, and booked many wonderful concerts at Carnegie Hall, Madison Square Garden, all over the city. And my other uncle was a world famous concert pianist and was based here in New York for years. And so I would come up during the summer and then come back down. So I had this kind of schizophrenic idea of who I was. I thought I was a kid growing up in the Bronx, and actually I was going to school in the South, and I kind of wish it had been the other way around. You know, I'd gone to school up here and had summers in the South. It was so wonderful. And when I was 15, all of that stopped. So when I flew in last night, the plane tipped. I looked out and there was Manhattan. And I hadn't been back since I was 15. It was really emotional for me because my New York, my Greenwich, my Soho, my Central Park are through the eyes of a 15-year-old, you know? And what I learned from Law and Order SVU. And I watched those I watched those episodes because I love Mariska Hargitay. I think she's just like the most awesome person in the world. But I watched those because it kept me in touch with this dream of who I was when I was a kid. Right? So the only thing I took from New York back to South Carolina was the attitude. Right? I really got that. I took that back, found out that got me beat up a lot. But you know, I would just tell people I didn't have a filter. So I came in, and then this morning and last night, Father Joe's wonderful guest room looks out over the city. And so all last night we're all, you know, here everything was lit. And it's almost like Christmas lights. You know, that green kind of, right? It's like Christmas lights, right? And I was looking at that, and it was a gift for me, and it was a joy for me, and I was like, wow. And my little memories were just out of control. And then this morning I woke up and the sunrise over the city. And I was eating lox and bagels. Real lox and real bagels. Pumpkin spice coffee. That's such a gift. Do you realize what you get? You've given me back a part of me that was gone, that I didn't have any contact with. When 9/11 happened, that horrible, horrible day, I was in graduate school. And I had just flown back from Austin, Texas from my cousin's wedding. And I was one of the fortunate ones that got back. I flew back the night before. And the next day, I was in the registrar's office arguing with them about a bill. And they got that straightened out. And we looked up, and all of a sudden, we saw it on the big screen in the registrar's office, what was going on. And I heard the words, "Oh my God, they think it's a terrorist attack." Now, I have to admit, my connection with New York does not include the towers. Because I was leaving as they were being built. And I remember the controversy on them because everybody thought they were a monstrosity. Okay? And that really did happen. You get that. That really did happen. My connection was with the Empire State Building. If that had come down, I'd have lost my mind. But when I came in, I remember the horror, the shock, and I wanted to come to New York. My first instinct was, you go to New York. How? My relatives aren't here anymore. They weren't here. Everybody moved. There was nobody here. But I wanted to be here. And then I come back yesterday, And it just all feels right. And I looked out and I said, look at this massive, massive city that has embraced so many people for so many years and made it possible for the American dream to be realized right here, you know, and to spread into Jersey and all, you know, this whole area. And how beautiful that is, and what a blessing that is. To look around this church and see all different ethnicities, all different peoples, and to celebrate around this table. This table. Do you know what this was?
Yep.
Tell them what it was, Rita.
It was my grandmother's table.
It was a carpenter's bench, and it was cut in 3 pieces to make this altar. What is so significant about that? Not just that it is a piece of your family, but it's a carpenter's bench. It is the central focus of our celebration. The incarnation of Christ in bread and wine, as surely and exactly as he was incarnate in the womb of the Virgin Mary, so he will be made present here, living, spirit, soul, and body, looking like bread, looking like wine, but truly Jesus Christ. On a carpenter's bench, which he would have been very familiar with. Why would he do such a thing and give us such a symbol? If it were not to build the community that he wishes to build here by giving us a great symbol of a carpenter's bench. That is an incredible symbol. These things are not accidents. They were not planned. Joe didn't plan that. He didn't plan that. Everything here is a miracle. Your presence here is a joy. God is making a wonderful thing. And I see people that I've known and I love it and I'm thrilled. God is making a new thing, a beautiful thing. Jeff is going to become a washer of feet, which is the only ministry in the church. Now, you might see some people as bishops, and some people as priests, and some people as deacons, but they're part of the one ministry of the church, and that is to be washers of feet. And that is a ministry that we share with whom? All of you. We are all, through our baptism and our confirmations, bound to be washers of feet. We are servants. We are a servant community, serving a servant God. You see? A servant God. A God who didn't come down and say, I'm the Mashiach and you will serve me as king. Didn't do that. He came down humbly. He rode on a donkey. He came into Jerusalem and he served. He blessed and spoke to and touched every person that came to him, regardless of their status. He never turned anyone away. He spoke to Samaritans, ate with them, proclaimed the good news to them. They asked him, a Jew, to stay with them in Samaritan town, and he very willingly and joyfully did it. His disciples growing up. He did it and taught them Go where you are asked to go. And serve them. Listen to them. Recognize people when you see them. Jeff and I were talking about one of the most wonderful ways to minister to someone who is cast out, disfranchised, ignored, is to see them. When you pass by someone homeless, you stop and you speak to them. You look them right in the eye if they'll allow you to, and you speak to them. And you find out who they are if they're willing to tell you. You touch them if they'll allow it. You make them real. You make them visible. And you make them loved. That doesn't mean you have to give them anything. If you don't have anything to give them recognition. Love them by seeing them. If you see someone who has been cast away from the church because they're gay or because they have a disability, those things still happen. Or because people just don't like them. Oh, they're mean. You know, we've all been mean in our lives. How many people here can say they didn't aggravate their brother or sister when they were little? Don't lie. Don't lie. I did.
Oh yeah, I'm the number one.
There you go.